guys, welcome back to Scales Rising Tarot. I had to leave and go do something. I'm on my way back. My light just messed up, so give me a minute to fix that. All right. Sorry the lighting sucks, but it is what it is. I don't think you're here for the lighting anyways. All right, so we are going to finish this out. We're going to do Scorpio through Pisces. So we're going to get started. And this is generally spiritually what you need to know. I will not be calling out other energies because this is just about you. All right. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, don't make it fit. That's perfectly okay. Check your other placements if you need to. All right, let's get started. And we're starting on Scorpio at 55. Write that down. Sorry, guys. All right, what do we have for Scorpios? Tell me all about Scorpios. What do we have for Scorpios? One flip over. Attraction. All right, with movement on the bottom. So we got 10 and 6, 37, 42. So I feel like this time maybe you're starting to attract the things that you want. And it's starting to give you some movement, some speed in that direction, especially with magnetism. You know, you're starting to draw in the things that you want in your life. And I feel like that's starting to cause some kind of change, some kind of movement within you. You know, maybe things are moving kind of quickly. All right, what do we have for Scorpios? Soul Journey again. I got that for another sign. I don't know who it was. Along with Boundaries. I think it was in the same lineup. It might be the Leo read. Maybe check that out. There might be a message in there for you. All right. So I feel like this is telling you you're starting to attract the things within your soul's journey. You know? And with movement here, I feel like it's you also moving towards your goals, your dreams, things that you want, and you're starting to intentionally set some boundaries within something, whatever that is for you. It could be setting boundaries with people or setting boundaries within yourself. All right, what do you need to release? Release the fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart and surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, letting go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your own power and soar in life. I feel like it's kind of what it's telling you is you're starting to bring in the things that, you know, you want in your life. If it's a relationship, if it's, you know, a job, really whatever it is to you in your circumstance, your situation. But you're starting to attract that in, but you need to let go of whatever fear or whatever pattern you feel like you're repeating. And, you know, make that movement, make that change. You know, your soul's not going to lead you wrong. Just trust it. But be very clear about what boundaries you want to set within yourself. You know, maybe it's the boundaries to let go of this idea that you can't get anything better when you really can, or this idea that you're not good enough when you really are, or the idea that you can't be intimate with somebody when you truly can. And I'm not just talking about in a sexual nature. I'm talking about like real intimacy, you know, getting to really know a person on that deep level. All right. What do we have for Scorpios? What do we have for Scorpios? We have the Knight of Swords, sorry. I'm not taking all those. I'm not taking all those either. All right, give me 2 more, please. I have the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. I feel like this is telling me is that you're starting to, I don't know, I feel like you're starting to move towards what you want, your goals, your ambitions, your dreams. You're being driven in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like whatever it is, it has a lot to do with being financially secure, with having something long-term within your life. And I feel like you do have maybe some difficult decisions coming up and you're trying to weigh all your options. But I feel like the universe is trying to tell you is believe in that good luck. Believe in that turning point. Believe in that change. Because things are starting to turn in your direction. They're starting to go in your favor. And the Nine of Pentacles popped out here. And I think it's a lot about, understanding your own self-worth. And it's in reverse, but I think it's really telling you it's okay. It's whatever you're feeling at this moment, the lack of self-confidence, the the limiting ideas you have with yourself, the fear of intimacy, all of that. It's telling you that, you're worthy enough. It's time for you to change that mindset, that frame. Maybe this boundaries card is setting those boundaries within your own self, and taking that forward action, following through on the long-term success that you want to have, but being able to make whatever difficult decision that you have coming towards you, but knowing that luck is on your side, it's time with that Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like you're attracting good things, things that are supposed to come into your life. All right. What do we have for Scorpios? Star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. See, there's that good luck again with fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. And I feel like this is working with whatever higher power you believe in. Understanding it and believing in it. And you start to attract those things that you want, those things that you feel deep down in your soul is right for you. Okay, but I feel like the boundaries card, set those clear boundaries in your mind. The fear of being intimate with people, the fear of limiting ideas towards yourself. All right, that's what I have for you, Scorpios. I also feel like you need to go watch the Leo read. All right, moving on to my Sagittarius at 8:27. All right, what do I have for my lovely Sagis? What do I have for Sagittarius? All right, one more shuffle, please. All right, what can you tell me for Sagittarius? All right, we have solidariness, desert, with silence. I feel like with my Saggies, I feel like you're taking a time out. We have 4 and 7, 13 and 34. I feel like maybe you're taking some time to brace your own energy. You're being silent, you're being still, you're listening to maybe what your body has to tell you. I feel like it's being more protective of your own energy than anything else. Maybe you have a lot going on right now and you kind of just need to be in your own space. All right, what can you tell me about Sagittarius, please? What is it they need to know? Peace. See, I just said that. And self-love. We have 3s, 4s. 7s might be significant. I feel like 4 and 7 is a significant number in your life. I feel like you're taking that time for your own inner peace. You know, maybe you're going silent. Maybe you're focusing on your own self-love. How to give that to yourself. And I don't mean self-care. I mean like real self-love. And if you don't know what that means, there's like plenty of videos out on YouTube about how to truly love yourself. All right, what does Sagittarius need to surrender this time? What's it they're needing to surrender? What do they need to surrender? Surrender the drama. Nice. With surrender to effortlessness on the bottom. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So maybe you're dealing with some kind of drama that you're pulling back from, you know? I think you're... I feel like there's a situation that you've been dealing with for so long that has probably caused a lot of drama. And I feel like you're starting to pull back your energy. You're starting to really, with this peace and silence, to learn to love that. Because sometimes you just need peace. And I feel like by just allowing yourself to step back into your own energy, to be silent, to honor your peace, you know, helps you love yourself, but it also gives you kind of like an effortless flow. Hearing like, que sera, like what will be. All right, what do we have for Sagittarius? What do we have for Sagi? Tell me about Sagittarius. I'm not taking all that. Give me 3, please. I have the 9 of Wands in reverse.
Well, I broke my glasses. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, the 9 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the 4 of Wands upright, and the 5 of Swords in reverse on the bottom. I feel like this is telling me is that whatever situation that you've been dealing with is just made you utterly exhausted. You know, it's something that has caused a lot of conflict within your life. And I feel like it's, you know, maybe something to do with, I don't feel like marriage, even though this is the marriage card. I feel like it's more a community surround, maybe friendships or something along that lines. You know, and I feel like you're starting to learn how to forgive those situations and walk away from them. And the more you do that, I feel like the more it just brings you peace. The more that you pull back your energy and you say, I'm not going to deal with this. You know, I'm not going to deal with the exhaustion of other people's drama, the exhaustion of other people's negative energy. It's not something I'm wanting to work with. It's not something I align with. It's not something I'm willing to put effort into, you know? And it's, to me, with this Four of Wands here, it tells me that, like, you're more focused on your own celebrations. This is something that you're happy with, and you have this desire to forgive. You just have to take that step forward. And sometimes you have to pull your energy back, and you have to really listen to yourself. You have to be silent. You have to understand those emotions, those feelings, and work through them. And that starts to bring you some peace. But I feel like this is starting to understand how much you love yourself enough not to deal with other people's shit. And I feel like not putting any effort into whatever this drama was or situation, you know, that gives you a lot of peace. I don't really know how to say it other than that. All right, what advice do you have? Sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. All right, with breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. So I think that's what this is trying to tell you too, is breaking those bad habits of getting into those arguments, that drama. You know, you're starting to be aware of that. And the more aware of that you are, you'd be surprised how much your mental health actually gets a little bit better. But if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, please go talk to somebody. You know, but I feel like it's also understanding how to let go of those situations. With the sun being here, I feel like this is starting to make you happy. You're starting to look at the brighter things and stuff. And that starts to bring fortune into your life. You know, for some of you, maybe fame. I don't really know, but I feel like this is just you finding your own true inner peace. Oh, I like that for you guys. All right, we are moving on to the Capis, 1734. All right. What do we have for Capricorns? The goats of the zodiac. What do we have for Capis? What do we have for the Capis? That shuffle did not go well. See, there's the sun card again. All right, what do we have for the Capis? All right, Capricorns. The zodiac sign of Capricorns. One more shuffle, please. What do we have for Capricorns? Hold on, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. My nephew was getting picked up, so I need to handle that first. All right, we have Speaking Your World with Voice, and we have Change on the bottom. We also have 24 and 25. So I feel like
You want some?
whatever you're starting to speak in the world is causing some kind of change within it. You know, maybe you're starting to sing at a higher vibration. You're starting to manifest that change that you want, is kind of what I'm feeling. You know, it's like, I'm sorry, I had to burp. I know, not very ladylike, but that's all right. I don't know, it feels like you're singing your reality. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm hearing the winds of change. I don't know, it's like she's creating what she wants, and you're doing that by speaking it. I can't really describe it other than that. Just, I have manifest, release, and insight is what came out. I have 11-6-35. I feel like you're releasing something so you can manifest that you want, and I feel like you're finally having some insight about what you truly want, and you're making those adequate changes to make that happen. It's like just kind of like you're taking it in, you're letting it go, you're releasing it, and you're just watching things change. And the more you do it, the more insight you have into like how you want to see your reality play out. All right, what does that Cappies need to surrender? What do Capricorns need to surrender? What do they need to surrender? The Cappies need to surrender to your addictions. Surrender to your soul's path. All right. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, sex, people, or overworking, take action to begin to heal that addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. And I feel like that's what you're starting to do. You know, you're starting to release those addictions and you're starting to really speak your reality into your world. You know, and you're starting to see things change. You're starting to see things manifest. You know, you're getting a higher insight about what you want, what you desire, you know, and where you want your life to go, what path you want to be on. And I feel like releasing those addictions starts to help that. Whatever that addiction is for you. All right. What does tarot have to tell Cappies? What does tarot have to tell Cappies? What does tarot have to tell Cappies? What do we have for Capricorns, please? What do we have for Capricorns? Tell me about Cappies. All right. I don't know what that was. It was the Nine of Pentacles. With the Empress upright. All right, one more, please. And the Seven of Wands. With the Nine of Swords on the bottom. I'm going to start this a little bit differently. I feel like whatever addictions that you're starting to release, you're starting to let go. The ones that have held you in some kind of anxiety, some kind of fear, worry, depression, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it's pushing you to start to align to your own personal values with the Seven of Cups underneath. For me, I don't feel like this is a lack of choices or being overwhelmed or fantasizing or anything along this way. I feel like you're releasing that control that it has on you. You know, the anxiety, the worry, the shit that keeps you up at night. You know, did I do this? Did I do that? You know, do I need this? Do I need that? I feel like you're starting to let go of all that. And you're starting to understand how you're aligning with your personal goals, who you want to be, your own values. And I don't feel like you're confused anymore. You know, I feel like you're starting to stand in this Nine of Pentacles energy. I've put the work in, I've put the effort, I'm feeling good. I look good. I feel free. I'm not worrying about money. I'm not stressed out. The Empress here and the Seven of Wands, I feel like you're starting to feel abundant. You're starting to feel like accomplished. You're starting to feel like you're growing as a person. And whatever challenge comes towards you, I feel like you're going to persevere through that challenge with the Seven of Wands here. It's something you're willing to defend. I don't feel like you're being defensive. I feel like it's something you're willing to defend, and you're maintaining that control over whatever has been holding you in this Nine of Swords energy, whatever this addiction that you're releasing is. And I feel like the more you continue to do this and the more you voice this out to the world, the more change you see, the more insight that you start to see within yourself. And that starts to bring in that manifestation. It starts to put you on that path of your own journey. All right, let's get one more advice card. All right, one more shuffle, please. Sorry, I squirrel all the time. I'm like always looking around. All right, what do we have for like Capricorns? Tell me about Cappies. Just give me one, please. Prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. And triple spiral, listening to the divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Can't speak either, but that's all right. I feel like that's that insight that you're starting to get into speaking your world into reality. And I feel like you're starting to go through that cycle. I have a lot of 1s, 2s, 3s. It's like building up to that, and I love that for you guys. Like, that's a beautiful energy. And I feel like the universe is telling you, yes, go through this path. Speak your world into reality. It's like saying, I'm going to do this, and then changing to go do that. But it's all about releasing all of those addictions that don't serve you anymore. So that's what I have for Cappies. All right. Moving on to Aquarius at 2810. I have a roast in the crock pot right now, and I can smell it, and it's making me really hungry right now. So maybe you Aquariuses are hungry or need to eat. All right, what do we have for Aquarius? What do we have for Aquarius? I don't know. I just heard that song. It's the old, what is that? Rocking Around the Clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, rock. I don't know. I haven't heard that song in forever, so maybe you have something that's like on the clock and it's ticking down. Who knows? All right, what do we have for Aquarius? Tell me about Aquarius, please. What do we have for Aquarius? What do we have for Aquarius? We have outer core fluidity with life. Breathe. I think this is telling you to go with the flow. Maybe learn to enjoy life a little bit. Maybe you've been a little stagnant lately, or you're waiting for things to happen in a specific manner or order, especially with hearing that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock route. You know, maybe this is telling you that you should take a step back and start moving with the way life flows and start enjoying life. You know, kind of beat to the rhythm of your own drum, so to speak. All right, what do we have for Aquarius? Tell me about Aquarius, please. Tell me about Aquarius. We have ground. Maybe you need to get grounded. One more came out too. With self-love, nature cycle. So I think this is more of that, you know, starting to go with the flow a little bit more, you know, enjoying life, breathing into life, like just embracing it. You know, maybe you need to go out into nature. You need to, you know, maybe go visit some source of water, shower, whatever, you know, ground yourself a little bit, you know, focus on your own self-love, self-worth, you know, and I feel like with this nature cycle here, I think it's about going through that even flow of things change with the seasons, you know. A lot of fours. Fours and nines might be very specific to you at this time. I have a fuzzball on my jacket and I can see it in the corner of my eye. It was driving me nuts. All right. What do we need to surrender for Aquarius? What do we need to surrender for Aquarius, please? All right, give me one for Aquarius, please. I feel like some of you just need to like take a pause, take a breath, and just breathe. There we go. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. And I feel like that's what it's kind of trying to tell you is, you know, maybe you need to focus on non-action for the moment. Maybe you need to just ebb and flow with life. You know, take that simple moment to just breathe. Get yourself grounded. Focus on yourself. And kind of flow with nature's cycles. You know? Everything has an ebb and flow to it. You know? Maybe just, you know, hop on that. It kind of reminds me of the lazy river. Just kind of like sitting in an inner tube and just floating down the river and not really doing anything and just knowing that everything is going to turn out just the way it's supposed to and being totally okay with it. And then you'll listen to people in the background. I'm sorry for that. All right. What do I have for Aquarius? Give me 3 for Aquarius, please. I have the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Wands on the bottom. I feel like if you're dealing with some kind of home situation or some kind of community right now, that, maybe you're living in some kind of victim mentality lately, that you're holding yourself within your own prison. You're imposing your own restrictions. Nobody else is restricting you. You are restricting yourself with this Eight of Swords here. And especially if it has something to do with a home situation or community. I'm seeing more home situation, but take it how it resonates. Everybody's situation is different. But I feel like you're the one that's blocking yourself. You hold yourself back and are holding yourself in some kind of victim mentality. It's not other people doing it to you. And I feel like it's making you kind of, I don't know. I feel like you've been holding on to some kind of resentment. And I feel like it's something that you're wanting to make some kind of amends for. Whether or not you know how to do that, and maybe you need to take a step back and just kind of ebb and flow with how things go. Start to enjoy life a little bit. Maybe go out in nature, get a little grounded, focus on taking care of yourself, and start making amends with whatever this situation is. Maybe being open to forgiving whatever circumstances happened, and start to move forward. Maybe start to discover new potential within yourself, having some kind of inspiration within yourself. I don't know what this is per se. It's not really telling me exactly, but I think the grand message is to ebb and flow. That is the message that you're getting, is to roll with the tides, be fluid with whatever seeks. Aquas are the water carriers. They usually carry the water. I'm picturing one of those ladies with like the urns on top of their heads or whatever, and it's sloshing around, and there's nothing you can do. Sometimes that shit just spills, and sometimes you just gotta let it spill out and just kind of sit on that current and ride that wave. And that's what I feel like your message needs to be, is maybe stop fighting against that current. Stop fighting yourself and just allow things to be as they should be. All right. What do I have for Aquarius? Tell me about Aquarius, please. Give me one for Aquarius. And maybe you need to go get something to eat, because I am actually starving right now. What do I have for Aquarius? Please just give me one. Mystic Star, harmony in the home and great friendships. Little luxuries. Generate luxurious experience and surroundings. All right. With Mystic Star and little luxuries, I feel like this is telling you, the more you start to ebb and flow with things, the more you decide to just ride the wave. I feel like it starts to bring in more harmony within your home situation, whatever that is to you. And maybe you should, instead of looking at the big luxuries, the things that you want to have, look at the little bitty things, like those little bitty moments, like the nice things that people do for you, or the nice things that you do for people, those little bitty moments versus the big things. I don't know, that was kind of a weird message, but that's what I have for you, Aquarius. All right, I am moving on to Pisces. Sorry, I hear my crystals drop. I've got these awesome little selenite. I love them. Keeps the energy cleansed and cleared over here. 39.35. All right, what do I have for Pisces? Tell me about Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, please. Tell me about Pisces. I'm hearing end game. What's the end game? Tell me about Pisces. What does Pisces need to know right now? What does Pisces need to know right now? Tell me about Pisces, please. Tell me about Pisces. There we go. Depth. And groundedness on the bottom. So we have depth. I don't know if you can see that really well, but that's like a leak. And she's kind of falling in. I don't know if you can see this, but sorry, my dogs are going nuts. I'm sorry you can't see it. It's horrible. But there's like a face in her hair. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's really interesting, but I was really drawn to that. So I got 4, 3 and 4. So groundedness and depth. So I feel like it's time to get a little grounded and kind of maybe focus on what kind of depth you hold within yourself, you know? Now we're going to have to see what this is about. But in this groundedness, like she's sitting on top of the world and you have all kinds of animals sitting around her and you've got 2 butterflies that are chained to her back, trying to lift her up with all kinds of planets around. It's really interesting, but I feel like this is, and she's pretty serene. So I feel like at this time I feel like you're pulling yourself back, you know? You're starting to be grounded. With this stuff, I feel like this is like the more groundedness you understand, maybe the more depth that you understand to yourself. I don't know how to explain that other than that. All right, what do I have for Pisces? Tell me about Pisces, please. Fun comes out a lot. Ancestors. With prosperity. Prosperity has been a big one. So I think a lot of people are focused on money at this time, but it is almost Christmas season. So 4s are going to be very important. I feel like moving into this 20 prosperity, I feel like endings and beginnings. But I feel like you need to, I feel like this is you understanding where you come from with this ancestors card, you know? Understanding the true depth of your soul, you know, and maybe learning how to get out and have a little bit fun, you know, focused on your money at the same time, you know, maybe you're focused on new opportunities, new goals, but something that kind of aligns with you, with who you truly are. All right, what does Pisces need to surrender? You're going to hear my dogs running amok. I am sorry. But when I start filming, my dogs kind of get a little anxious. I don't know why. They want to get a little rambunctious sometimes. All right. What do we have? Okay, that one came out pretty hardcore. Surrender trust. Hold on. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. The dogs were having a moment. They all kind of got let in at once and being a little rambunctious as they are. All right, what do we have for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? Ooh, all right. I haven't seen that one in a long time. All right. We have surrender to trust. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. I have no idea what I'm trying to do with my hand right here. All right, surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories that you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on the solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. I feel like that's what universe is trying to tell you is, and what your ancestors are trying to tell you is understanding the depths of your true self and starting to trust that. And that cultivates that inner peace, that being grounded, that brings in the fun in your life and the prosperity. But you have to let go of that fear, those stories that you tell yourself. For any of you that don't know what that means, that's more like dealing with your shadow side, the subconscious thoughts that you tell yourself that you don't know you tell yourself. You have your conscious and you have your subconscious. It's the iceberg theory. There's plenty of videos on it. It's letting go of those stories that say I can't and that tell you that you can. So there's this quote by Henry Ford that I absolutely love. It's if you think you can or you can't, you're right. And I had to sit down with that the first time I heard it. And I was like, I didn't really quite get the meaning until I started moving and started processing and getting into the depths of like my own issues. Because everybody has issues. Like there's not one person out in this world that has escaped those issues. Everybody does. But and I started to say to myself, I can do this. I can get past this. I can look in this. And I really started to sit down and process those emotions. And the more I processed those emotions, the more I processed, how to heal those emotions. The more I started to trust myself, the more I started to have some inner peace, the more fun I tried to have, the more prosperous I felt, and it's not about just having money. It's not about just being able, it's being okay with knowing that you have enough to continue to keep going. But it breaks down to that thought process of I can or I can't. But either direction you move, you're right either way. It's all about that thought. And I feel like you're starting to get into that with that death card, and you're starting to stay grounded. You're starting to trust the messages that your ancestors are trying to give you, and maybe having a little fun in life, feeling a little bit prosperous. Maybe you're letting go of negative thoughts of money or how prosperity really works. Maybe you're letting go of the thought process of, allowing others to dictate how you have fun. I don't know why that was kind of long and drawn out, but I felt like somebody needed to hear it. So we're going to move on to tarot. All right. What does the tarot have to tell you? All right. One more, please. All right. What does tarot need to tell us about Pisces, please? Tell me about Pisces. Tell me about Pisces. Excuse me. I have the Six of Wands upright, the Ten of Swords reversed. I have the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups on the bottom. I feel like you're starting to progress in marriage meeting. I don't feel like this is like public recognition or victory. I feel like this is more about you having your own self-confidence. I think you're kind of understanding that with this Ten of Swords that, it's kind of like, fuck it. Things can't get any worse. They're only uphill from here. So I'm just going to keep going. you know, whatever focused dream that you're on, you know, I feel like it's something that you're working towards, you know, it's finding that emotional stability, especially when you're starting to understand new feelings, you're starting to understand your own spirituality and your own intuition. You know, I feel like it's creating some kind of goal within yourself. And I really honestly believe that, like, the more self confidence, the more you progress, the more that you can only go upwards, especially when this Ten of Swords in reverse. Like, it's, you know, like, I already had that painful ending. It's done, you know, I can only go up from here, you know, and I'm going to start focusing on my own emotional stability, my, you know, being open to being grateful for the things that have come into your life, the lessons that you've learned. And I feel like it's really putting you on a higher level of really understanding your own emotions, really being compassionate towards yourself, understanding those new feelings that are coming in, you know, and really starting to trust yourself. I shuffled those weird. All right, what do we have for Pisces? Tell me, what do we have for Pisces? I'm so sorry, that was really long, Pisces, but I feel like we needed to hear that. What do I have for Pisces? I feel like Pisces are going through some shit right now. I have the Sun and whatever that was. Sun. The golden energy of Sun brings you fame and fortune. That is that Six of Wands card here. Love charm. Attract a new lover, soulmate, or a life partner. That can be that Ace of Cups. This Nine of Cups here. Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. And that's that depth, that lake card. That getting in tune with what you really want. Understanding those emotions. Bringing that to the forefront. You know, trusting yourself. Finding your true inner peace. I don't know. I really love that for you, Pisces. And I know it's going to take a lot of work and effort, but I have all the faith in the world that you can complete it. All right. That's what I got for you guys. All right. I will see you next time. Love you guys. Thanks. Have a good night.